All right, good afternoon. Great to have you back with us in the garage. Remember at the beginning of the year, I said we were going to do a lot less in the garage and a lot more kind of out and about. Yep, I'm discovering that you need to be in the garage in order to do the out and about because stuff is breaking, as you found on the last episode. So if you remember, I cleaned up a bunch of stuff on my Jeep and noticed that the sway bar links were broken. So we're going to knock that out today. I ordered 2 new ones. These are rough country, solid steel. There is an insert to go in these grommets. I got to grease them up and put them in there. And then these will replace the factory plastic ones. The LJ is pretty much ready to go. I did get the winch for it, but I didn't get the winch plate yet. So that's going to come tomorrow. So tomorrow night, I'll be putting the winch on this one, and I'm going to bring you along on that ride as we get it mounted on the factory bumper and get it all wired in and ready to go for our trip. And then as Tanya so graciously pointed out, the rear sway bar links on her Jeep are the factory plastic ones too. So she says, did you order a set for mine? Nope, because that would have made sense. So I'll do it later when they break, and then I'll order another set. They're relatively inexpensive. They're only about, I think it was about $40 or something for these rough country ones, right off Amazon, delivered right to the house. So enough procrastinating. Mine's all up and ready to go here, so I'll bring you along and I'll show you one side, and then it's just kind of a rinse and repeat. It's a super easy job. It shouldn't take more than 20 minutes, half hour to do both sides. So I'll bring you along and we'll knock this thing out. Okay, so these kits comes with a metal sleeve. So I just basically greased that up a little bit with just some grease out of the grease gun just around the sleeve, and then just pounded it in with the mallet. Did it both on both sides and recessed it a little bit. And then these also come with all new hardware. So these should just slide right in and away we go. It does have each side comes with 2 bolts, 2 lock nuts, and 1 big fender washer. So I'm going to take this one apart. It's easy. There's just an 18 millimeter bolt with a 15 millimeter nut on the back side, and then on the top here is an 18 millimeter, which should come out via this guy. That's what locks it onto the back. So I'll get it all apart and I'll show you if I find what I did with my 18 millimeter socket. I had it. I know I did. Okay, so because I got it jacked up and sitting on jack stands, which is real important, by the way, don't leave it on the jack. The other side's broken, so the sway bar just lets go. The suspension's completely sagged, so when I want to put this back together, it'll be easy to do. I can just jack up the suspension to kind of make it fit. So that's the bottom. Now the top is going to be a little more cumbersome. I need to I'm going to try it with a wrench and see if I can get enough leverage on it. This is when I wish I had a lift of some sort, because it let go. It would make it a lot easier if I had a lift, for sure. But we can do it. Hoping this just swings right out. Wouldn't that be ideal? This stupid brake line's in the way. And it's the emergency brake too. I think we can just disconnect that. We don't need it. Because I'm never in an emergency. Can I get that up out of the way? Probably should have sprayed some come-off juice on these, but I just didn't. I'm realizing now that probably would have been beneficial, so I'm not banging my knuckles. because I'm only getting about an eighth of a turn. I think I'm getting punked. This should have come out by now. This bolt's like, not today. Oh, now it's getting super easy. Oh, seriously? What is happening? Holy, that bolt was 1,800 miles long. Okay, so this one obviously just threads through, and then there's a bracket on the side, on the inside of the frame. So, and it's held on by this. So this is your tab that, you know, obviously, so you don't need a wrench up in there. You can just tighten this up, all up, and away we go. So this is the old one. You know, it's plastic. It's definitely not made for, you know, your intermediate off-road kind of stuff. So it's the reason why we went to more of this guy, which is way too long. Uh-oh. Houston, we have a problem. Why did I order those so long? Because this is made for a big lift kit. So I got the wrong ones. These are made for a 4 to 6 inch lift kit, not the 2-inch lift kit that I have. So this is not going to do anything. All right, we are back. Where's the change of wardrobe? It's a new day. So back on the sway bar disconnects. It's been just a hellish week. So where we left off is I ordered the wrong sway bar links. So these are basically scrap at this point. I'm not going to send them back. I may have a use for them down the road, but I did order the right ones. So these ones are from Detroit Axle, which, despite its sounding name, are not American made. They're stamped and everything, but these ones actually come, I don't know, from across the pond somewhere. Everything is right. They don't come with hardware. The other ones that I bought, the Rough Country, came with new hardware. These ones are supposed to be the same size, but when I tried to put the bolts in, they didn't fit, or they don't fit. They're really, really snug. So I think it might be a standard hole with a metric bolt. So what I ended up doing is polishing it up real good with the flap disc, and managed to get it to go in. So it fits nice and snug, and everything's ready to go. I just got to do the other one, and then we can start putting this back together. Okay. All right. Let's move you in here. Let's get this back together. We are losing daylight. So now this this tab goes flat side towards the bolt. So we'll do this kind of by feel, I hope. And just like that, I got it. Sweet. Okay, the last couple threads, and click, click. Okay, so now where do we want that to go? I have a feeling we want that to go on the other side, don't we? How does it get onto the other side? No, that's right. That's just got to bend. I don't want that rubbing on that like that. Okay. So this goes... Yeah, let's get the nut on there. Okay, so there's one side down. You can see it's all, let's bring it in close. You can see it's all bolted in. So new sway bar link's done on this side. So now we'll do the same thing on the other side, and this job is done. Okay, these actually come out relatively easy from the top. Okay, now I'm going to get punked on this one too because it's going to be 800 miles long. That's what happens when you got to rush. I hate rushing. Okay, so now we're out on this side too. Obviously the broken link. So we'll get this all put in with the new metal one. We got guests over for dinner, so I gotta hurry up. Uh-oh. Getting this bolt out was a struggle and a half. It was pretty rusted on. I don't know how long that sway bar was, or that link was broken, to be honest. I don't know if I just broke it or it looks relatively fresh. But the way this bolt was seized in there was, whew. Okay, get the bottom one in. Same thing. So because this is, the weight's off the axle, this should just kind of plop right in. I'm hoping. It has to come up just a tiny bit. Okay. And click. Okay. As the garage door closes, sun's set, end of another long day. So I got the sway bar links on, everything's done. I just got to button up the tires and get those torqued on and back to normal. So that one's done. Now, this is the next debacle. So stay tuned for this one because this was a gong show. This is why I'm been so stressed. I'll leave the surprise to the next video. All right. Thanks everyone. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And we'll see you on the next one.